Chef Kapil Shah, who is an executive chef of the Radisson Hotel, Noida. So, Chef Kapil Shah also told us that he is a chef by heart and soul. I think that's amazing. That's an amazing way to put it. Today with him, we are going to learn how to make vegan soup and also a vegan roll. He says that with the recipe, there are some properties in it which are immunity boosting. So let's get started. Welcome to our show, Chef Kapil Shah. Thank you for joining us
Hey,
today.
how are you? Thank you so much for letting me in. My name is Kapil Sahi, not Shah at there. But anyways, welcome everyone, and thank you, ma'am, for that lovely introduction. So I'm at my beautiful property over here, Radisson, Noida. I'm the executive chef over here. I have my culinary team with me. So today we're gonna talk about a little about vegan, and we're gonna take you through with two very simple recipes for vegan. Now, exactly, vegan diet is something which is very new and which has been very much being popular amongst a lot of people recently. A lot of people are getting into this vegan thing recently. As with vegan, the whole point is it's basically an animal product free diet. So with vegan, you cannot have, if you're on a vegan diet, it's basically you cannot have anything which is related to animal or their byproducts. So I'm talking about any kind of meats, fish, any sort of animal meat, plus even with the eggs or cheese, milk, anything. But it's a healthy option to have vegan. With today's world and people are getting into it. There are a lot of people I know who are into the vegan food and they're liking it. It's something which people don't want to deal with, and even it's just not the food products. When we say about the vegan, it's about people even they don't want to get involved themselves into any sort of byproducts, as in with even with materials like shopping bags, leathers, or anything else. So, anyways, it's a lovely evening over here. So the first recipe I thought of doing, as we have hit summers, and we thought of getting some immunity booster food to your, daily protein diets and all. So the first vegan recipe we are working on will be chilled melon and cucumber soup. So basically, for that, you require a melon. These are good piece of melons which are available in the market these days. Everyone is hopping to them. They're sweet. They have a little whitish, yellowish, greenish texture they have. So what will we do is we'll go and I started peeling off one of the melon with me. So quickly we'll just probably we'll clean the melon with the melon. Something with melon is, they're very beautiful for the skin. 90% is water intent in them, so they're very good for health, to be honest. And the other things what we'll be using will be cucumber. We'll be using a bit of mint to it. Again, mint acts as a very beautiful antioxidant with this. So we'll just peel up the muskmelon with us, or honeydew or cantaloupe, whatever you can guys can get easily with the markets. We'll just, we won't be using that much of it with us. We'll just empty all the seeds in it.
So, guys, we have Chef Kapil Sahi with us here today, and it's extremely our privilege to have him on the show here with us. He is teaching us how to make melon cucumber soup. It's a vegan soup that he's teaching us here. So, guys, if you have any doubts regarding this recipe, you can put them in the comment section, and our chef will be more than happy to solve it out for you. Also, please like, share, and comment, and do share this with your friends and family.
So we'll just chop up our melon and we'll keep it on the side. Meanwhile, we'll just roughly, you see, the point is it's a chill soup. There's no cooking involved to it. So it's basically assembling a lot of stuff with it. So I have a beautiful English cucumber with me. Uh, it has a very vibrant green color to the peel and the skin it has. So we'll just, roughly we'll be using probably for half a melon, I'll be using probably half a cucumber with me. So nicely we'll just, so that's a cucumber I've done, probably a little more. Cucumber, again, a beautiful piece of equipment, beautiful piece of food. It has, massive, massive antioxidants with it. Of course, it's too good in summers. It's very vibrant to have this. So we'll use this, and so I have a mixie, basically a mixer blender with me, a juicer. So I'll quickly place melon and cucumber to it. Now I'll be probably, again, now all the things, with this can be, I'm using a bit of mint with it. Again, uh, just going with the mint as an immunity booster to it, just to get a little heat into the soup. So I'm getting just a half a chili to it. Again, you want it to be a little more spiced up because overall, honey, the cucumber, the melon will be a little bit on the sweeter side. So, whatever, how many chilies you want. I'm again using a bit of ginger to it. It actually complements the whole thing. Gonna use a bit of lemon to it. Gonna add a little sugar if you feel like adding a bit of sugar to it. I like it on a little on the sweeter side. So there'll be a good balance of sweet and spicy with the chilies into it. And of course, just to uplift all the flavors, we'll be adding a bit of salt to it. Again, not adding any water to it. To be honest, it's more like, as I said, melon and cucumber has a lot of water content to it. So no need to add any sort of water to it. But again, if you feel like, it's not passing through, we're going to, pass it through a strainer after this. If you feel like it's really very, a little thick and it's not able to be strained properly, you can add to it. So we'll just quickly run it through with the juicer blender. So as you can see, my soup a little on the greenier side, and I'll just show you once we'll strain it and pour it with us. So easily you can straight away just pick up a bowl and just let it strain. Because of the cucumber and melons, there's a part of it which will be, won't go through the sieve as we have used the whole cucumber. So the skin of the cucumber will be a little stuck over there, but it's good. But the consistency of the soup is pretty much, what we want to be. Try to get as much as you can. Let it be from beneath the sieve also. So that's our soup with us. The consistency I can show you, it's more like a soupy consistency. So I've picked up a soup plate wherein we'll just drop in all the soup. Again, the soup can be, once you do it, your friends and family is coming over, or, anyone you're hosting a party at your place. Probably you can, just have chilled it in the fridge, make it in the afternoon for a dinner party and get it chilled. The whole idea is to chill it up. So that's how the soup looks like. Again, I'm gonna add a couple of diced melon, which I kept it with me. So these basically form a beautiful garnish on the top for the soup. And again, as I mentioned about vegan, I know we can't use any byproducts with with animal and their products. So, but soy milk is one of the product which we can use for any such preparations for vegan recipe. Let it be soya milk or let it be a bit of tofu you want to use. So I just pour a little soya milk on the top, though I won't be using any cream or anything. So I'll just use a bit of soya milk. Again, a healthy thing to have, to be honest. A lot of people are switching over to soya milk, almond milk for these days, apart from the regular milk, and probably a nice mint leaf for the. So I'll just show you how the soup looks like. How the soup looks like. So probably I think it's taken no more than 10 minutes or so. So this is how the soup looks like. A chill cucumber and melon soup. Serve them. It's to be honest, I tried gazpacho. I've tried a lot of chill soup. So this soup is one of the soup which we more often do at our place, and people love to pick up as shooters, and it's something like a very healthy thing. A lot of corporate world are getting into such sort of things they want to have. They don't want to have heavy food, biryanis or anything. They want to have working lunch and get into with something like this. And to be honest, with the ingredients being used, it's very, very, very simple to do this thing at home. It's just assembling few items which are, I think, easily available apart from probably the soya milk, but which is also again very readily available these days in the market. Just assemble the whole thing, put it there. You want it to be a little more sour, just add a bit of more of lemon to it. You want it on a sweeter side, go with the sugar. You want it to be with a punch of chili, go with the chilies. But it's more like a soup which has a lot of nutritional value to it, and which is absolutely great right now. How the whole thing is going on. So I think it's something great to have it right now.
Yes. So, guys, you just saw that it hardly took him less than 10 minutes to make this amazing cold vegan healthy soup. And I think he also gave us pointers that the ingredients that he used were also immunity boosting, like he used mint, he used ginger. I think it was a very quick, fun, easy, unique recipe for a cold soup, and it was really amazing. Chef Kapil Sahi, I think it was great. I would personally
Hey, thank you.
because it's such a quick recipe. And also, like you said, we're heading to work, we're in a hurry, and we just want to boost our mood, and this is a very 10-minute quick recipe to make this and get started with the work. So guys, that was amazing. Next, our chef is also going to teach us how to make a roll. So let's get started, chef.
Yeah. So the next roll basically has a very funky history to it. Now it's something again. You name it a vegan roll, you name it a something like a Mumbai Frankie, as they do a lot of potato, use a lot of potato with their dishes and all. So it's more like a vegan roll, or probably a Bombay Frankie, you call it, or you call it a nice burrito, But again, it's something which is good, fun. So we were with our team and we thought of, coming out with something very quick again for the vegan recipe and a snacky sort of a thing. So being, the time given to me is more like, getting towards the dawn and, more like a snacky time. So we thought of a chill soup and then probably a roll, call it a vegan kathi roll, call it a Frankie sort of a thing. So what we does for this is basically we're gonna have a bit of oil for this. very less of oil. Preferably use olive oil for this, I'll say. Now again, what are the ingredients we'll be using for this? Of course, as I've given the mention, we're gonna use a tortilla. You can pick up a whole wheat tortilla, or probably do a whole wheat chapati or a kathi at your place. So we do kathis. So this is basically aate ki kathi or aate ka chapati with us. What we have done is we have done a bit of mashed potatoes with curry powder. So it's a curry mashed potatoes. So basically boiled mashed potato, nicely done. Then we mash it up and we add a bit of curry powder to it and we just cook it for a while. Don't add any sort of milk, butter, as we're doing cream, as we're doing a vegan recipe. So nothing like that will be added. You can add salt, pepper according to your taste. We have charred or rather roasted a bit of cauliflower. Now again, this cauliflower is done with turmeric, goodness of turmeric, a bit of curry powder, a bit of jeera powder and coriander powder. We've just cooked these beautiful cauliflower florets. We have used chickpeas. So what we have done with chickpeas is we have boiled chickpeas to get that a good filling to it. With that, I've used a bit of crunchy, which is basically a fried chickpeas also into it. I have some beautiful palak ke patte, baby leaves of spinach. So we have used this also. We'll be using this rather. I have a done mint chutney with me, a mint and coriander chutney. A lot of people have asked me that we use curd to it, to make a chutney have a little volume or a heaviness to it. But we used a little bit of tofu into it to make that creamy part of the chutney happen. And of course, I'll be using a bit of tofu also with the filling instead of paneer. I'll be using a bit of, nice pickled onions, which I've just pickled with a little bit of water and vinegar. And we have just thrown a bit of beetroot for the color into it. So it's going to be a very easy recipe. So what we're going to do is we quickly do our filling to it, in which what I'll do is I'll just quickly cook my cauliflower, a bit of chickpeas, and spinach leaves into it. I won't be using much of spices to it, as more like we have already used our spices to it. Empty plate. So I'm just adding a bit of, I'll just throw in a bit of salt and pepper to it at a later stage.
So guys, our chef Kapil Sahu just showed us the ingredients that are going to go inside making the roll, and I think they're all so unique and completely healthy. I'm very excited to know how to make this roll. So let's follow the chef. Also, guys, if you're liking the recipe, please like and share. Also, do and in case you have any queries, anything regarding the recipe, please put them in the comment section below, and our chef will be more than happy to guide you along with it.
So again, as my vegetables are getting a little sauteed up and we're just cooking them, we added a little salt to it. Again, it's just a boiled chickpeas, little cauliflower, and more of like tofu and pickled onion will be just dropped in from the top. So I'll just quickly take my curried mashed potato, which is done with boiling the potatoes and just adding a bit of curry and curry powder and salt to it. So I'll just take a little curry potato and just smash it like, you're probably doing a spread. Probably doing a mayonnaise in a toast or something like that, just a spread. I'll just quickly go through it. So it forms a base for the kathi we're going to make. Actually, it with the curry powder, actually the whole thing comes out very nice. It's almost done. We just needed to heat them up, get the spinach cook a little. So that's the filling we have cooked. So we just gonna, again, it's more like a very simple recipe wherein we assembling the whole products. So we get the cauliflower and chickpeas going over there, right in the middle. I'll just take quickly, I'll probably take a couple of dices of tofu which we kept with us. Again, just to get that creamy thing for the whole recipe. And of course, one of my favorite is pickled onions. So it gets that beautiful sourness to the whole dish. So just top it up with a little bit of, not much. I like them to be a little gentle on them as I like them. And then probably I'll be putting in some crunchy element, which is basically some crunchy chickpeas to it. So we just roll it up like a normal kathi roll. So that's your Frankie or a kathi roll we have. And then probably we'll just cut them one by two. And with the plating, as far as the plating goes, I just place my kathis here. Again, a very quick recipe if you have the ingredients forehand with you. I have my beautiful looking mint chutney. Again, don't forget you can add up a little tofu for the creaminess in the chutney. Again, these beautiful onions can do wonder. So I'll just, get these little onions with that, a good amount of, and probably just a couple of lemon veggies I've kept. So that's your basically vegan roll with coriander and mint chutney with pickled onions and lemon to it.
Wow.
Hope you guys are enjoying that.
I think it looks so beautiful. I wish I was there trying it out already.
Thank you.
It's so mouth-watering. Chef Kapil Sahi, thank you so much. The recipe was
thank you so much.
amazing. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today and teaching us how to make a cold soup as well as a kathi roll, which is extremely healthy. He also gave us tips about what ingredients to add, which would be immunity boosting, and the combination of the roll was extraordinary. And I can't wait to try this. So, Chef, I guess you had an announcement to make.
Yes, it's a very important announcement for all the people who are, gonna order at the masterstore.com. So basically, it's for all the first 15 customers who come over the website. So if you can use a code which is basically Chef Kapil, that'll be C in the capital letter and HEFKAPIL. So if you get that code, so there'll be a 25% off for you on the, whatever purchase you do at the store. And to be honest, I was in Bangalore, I've seen the store. So it really has some beautiful products with them. So I'll be looking for further engagements rather with them. But do get into the, site and just order, guys. And it's really wonderful. And thank you, the whole team. Of course, Shreya was in touch with me. It was a fun-loving session at this point of time. And me and my team really thoroughly, loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chef, for those wonderful words. It was great having you on the show and teaching us some amazing recipes.